Good morning. Connecting.
This is the pre-market pre.
Did it get connected? Let's see here. Are we on? Yeah, we're good to go. Live streaming. Okay. It shows that it's connected. All right.
Yeah, you're live.
Cool. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Let's start. I am Jeff with Simply Derivative, and here's our live stream for today. We're going to be going through a bit of pre-market prep. We got about 15 minutes before the market starts, or opens rather, and so we're going to go through some levels here, set up our charts, and get ready for the day. Let's see here. Let's start with Here we go. Let's start with the daily. Let's go to the daily. Let's take a look at where we're at. A bunch of lines on here. Excuse me. Get rid of these. All right, clean chart. Oh. We're basically about 100 points away from the all-time high. High 56.50 on this contract. We're at 52.50, 28.52. All-time high, at least for this, is going to be 29.56. We'll have to look at the cash market and see. Let me take a look real quick. There it is. Cash market, we cleared these highs in here. And we're working our way up towards this area up in here. 28.74 to 29.10, really. All-time high up here, 29.40. Yeah, about 29.40 on SPX in the cash market. So about 100 points, 110 points away, both of them. Both the ES and the cash indice. So yeah, that's a bigger picture where we're at on the weekly. Nice little V bounce out of here. It kind of looks like we want to possibly head and shoulders.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Maybe. Let's see. Let's get back to ES. Okay, so bigger picture, continuing to rally up at least another 50 points. There may be some smaller time frame areas in here that we'd want to look at and kind of see if we can find anything to lean against in short. But otherwise, we're going to have to just wait for our shorts to form during the day. Other than that, we're looking for longs. Let's zoom in, wrap our lines around what we need to wrap them around. Okay, so what we're doing is basically taking previous day close. It was a green candle, so the close was at the top. Previous close confirmed at 28.40.50. If I can grab this other one, and the open. Where's the open? Open is at 41.50. So point difference on the two. Clean that up, lock it. Okay, and then we're going to take this blue bracket and do the high and the low of yesterday. Previous high, previous day high, previous day low. What is it? We got the high of 42 and the low of 24. 4 and 42. 42 on the dot. Nope. 28, 42. 28, 24. Okay. So we got that locked in, ready to go. Again, previous day high, previous day low, previous day close, 28, 40, 50. The open on this daily candle for today's session, which started yesterday. The open is at 41.50. Now we're at 51.75. We're up 11.25 on the day so far, pre-market. Zoom out on this guy. And now that we have the daily and our price levels that we pay attention to set up, let's go down and bring this to a smaller time frame. One that we can use on an intraday. There's our same levels. Previous day low, like I said, 24. Previous day high was 28.42 with the open and the close right in there as well. Basically above this congestion in here where the market could not go any lower and then continue to push up. We get a retrace back down into this area. This may be an opportunity for a long back down in here with the confluence of these price levels. So that's something to pay attention to. Other than that, lower would be a better option for getting long back below 28.25 down in here. But let's go to the 15-minute and look at the Globex. So the Globex, high and low. Let's put those in. So this was the reset period open right in here, 1400, which is 2 o'clock LA time. Our overnight low, 28.39 quarter, I think. That looks right. Market still has not opened, so all of this is within the overnight high. 28.53, the overnight high. 28.39 quarter, overnight low. Lock this guy up. So now we have the overnight high and low. Label that in here for us. Globex high. And down here is going to be a Globex low. Okay. Will you confirm these numbers for me, Tori? Just make sure we're good to go. Your end. Oh. Okay, cool. Previous close was at 42. That's back down in here. 40, basically 40 to 42. So that's in here, in line with the Globex low. So basically what happened after market, after yesterday's US session, the market popped up a few points, pulled back slightly down to this 89.30, 28.39 quarter, excuse me, and then held from there. And that basically coincided with the previous close in the open area. Yesterday's high stayed above all of that. So we have a strong market today. Strong market is defined as being current market price above yesterday's previous close. An open area, combine that with the fact that we are outside of yesterday's trading range. So it's an outside day versus an inside day where today's trading would be inside yesterday's price action. That would be considered an inside day. The outside day, we're clearly above yesterday's high for now. The market's got about 11 minutes before it opens. Unless we have about a 11-point sell-off here before market opens, we should be staying above these price levels for now. Okay. Check news real quick. What do we got coming out today? Factory orders, durable goods. Couple of reports at 7 o'clock. Nothing special. Believe tomorrow FOMC in the rate decision tomorrow for the Fed. So we had an up day yesterday. Today would be Tuesday, with Fed Day tomorrow. The plan for us is to look for longs and stay long, but be prepared to get short for somewhat of a pullback going into tomorrow's meeting. It's probably going to be a shallow pullback if we do get one. Basically a retest of yesterday's action, somewhere in there is what we can probably expect if we do get some sort of pullback. So let's go down to the 5-minute. This is the day session only chart. Basically what we do is we'll watch for the first 5 minutes of trading, wrap our lines around there, and then kind of gauge which direction the market wants to go based off of the first 5 and 15 minutes worth of trading, and we can use that as a guidepost for the rest of the trading for the day. Once the market opens, we'll get into that a little bit more. Take a look at some other things going on in the market. We got about 9 minutes before we kick off here. VIX, cash VIX is back below 13. I can't believe it. We're at 12.5 on the VIX. Dollar's down as well. Equity markets are up, albeit slight. Bonds are down, gold's up, crude's up. Gold is staying above 1300. Crude is getting closer to 60 bucks. It's definitely been a risk-on environment for the past 2 months. We're going to see if that wants to continue. Should get some more information about what the Fed may do going into the rest of the year tomorrow. Don't expect them to raise rates, but expect them to give us some more information as to what they may do in June and September and December. So that's what we're going to watch for tomorrow. But for today, it's really just looking for pullbacks to get long. We want to find opportunities to buy and continue to ride this thing up. Take a look at the 240. Right. 240-minute. Basically the same story, just continuing to grind higher. Pushed past all of these highs in here, held on, and continued to rally up. Don't believe there's anything left that we need to be paying attention to yet. Let's see here. Yeah, not quite. Just a couple big expanded range candles that took the market down back in December. When was this? This was October. That's right, October. Do have some room to run. Take a look at this top that was put in. Basically, this top defined basically up here. We're still about 20 points away, 25 points away from potentially getting some sort of selling pressure out of this area. Which would be hitting the lows of this area. So we do have some room to the upside. So let's just continue to be patient and wait for some long opportunities to take this thing up. We're starting to sell a little bit here. About 5 minutes before market opens. Oops. Didn't mean to turn that on. Hold on a second. Be looking for longs back towards the Globex low. Again, coincides with the previous day close, previous day open, or today's open. Yeah, it looks like we want to sell off actually here a little bit. Put in the high, slight pullback, rallies up, getting a little bit of a retest to that area, and now we're pulling down. May just be selling off into the open a little bit here. Still up. Take a look at the cash market real quick. Gonna gap up. Right. I'm kind of getting some feedback from UT. I think I can hear myself. Oh, what'd you say? No, that sounds fine. Thanks. Four minutes into the open here. Again, looking for price to retrace back down to this 40 area for long opportunities. Do have some selling pressure coming in up here above the 50 area. May be able to throw on a short at least early on. Take a look here. Any questions? Guys are good. Okay. All right. So we're going to wait a few minutes and then we'll catch the open. Nothing to do right now, pre-market. Back at the origin of this little move up right in here out of this base. Already tested it once. Now we're back in there again. The overnight, basically an up move. We're having an outside day, strong market. Current market price is above previous day close and the open, above previous day high. So we definitely have a strong market. Should be looking for longs. And that's the game plan. News, just some couple reports at 7, so in about a half hour. Gap, we are going to gap about 9 or 10 points up. 9 points right now. So we're getting a gap up in the same direction we have been going. Something to pay attention to. When we continue to gap up or gap up in the same direction that we have been going, a lot of times it's the retail traders coming in, continuing to buy the market, push it up. Just want to know the market environment and the conditions that we're in. Should be getting going here in a second. And we're off. Here we go. Okay. See if this area wants to hold. So we gapped up. Candle body gap fill would be at 41.50. So we're going to see what we can do here. This price action is showing that we're a little toppy up here. You can see you had a rally up after a strong move up, followed by this red bearish candle, and now you can see the weakness continuing to come in. You look at the 15-minute, basically had a retest of that high area, and it failed to push higher, at least initially, and seen some weakness, at least at the start. And of course, as I say that, the market heard me and wants to go up. You guys ever get that? When you start talking, the market starts to move? I'm just kidding. Every single time, huh? Right. Again, this is our Globex high area that we're bumping up against right now. Big round number, 2850. Having some trouble staying above that. Getting a bit of a push higher. There's the cash market. Let's go down to the 15. Get on our trading time frame. Dow 26,000 again, eh? Nice. S&P about 100 points away from its all-time highs. You were talking about that earlier. Callie Jim, hey, good morning. I'm going to open a new futures account, but can't decide between TradeStation and NinjaTrader. Have you tried both? Yes, I have tried both. I prefer TradeStation. That's just my personal preference. I first learned how to trade, not actually on TradeStation, but it was really the first platform that I got immersed with. I used a couple prior to that. Sierra Charts, NinjaTrader, MetaTrader. I've tried them all. I just like the functionality and the ease of use with TradeStation. I mean, we chart, and that's solely what we do for our market analysis is use charting. And for me, TradeStation has the best charting out there, and so that's why we stick with TradeStation. But NinjaTrader's it's good. It's just as good. Lots of functionality, very user friendly, good executions, good customer service. We have members that use NinjaTrader all the time. I got friends that use NinjaTrader. For me, TradeStation is just I'm comfortable with it. So I would say try both if you haven't. Um, get on the demos, test them out, see what you like. It kind of depends on what type of trading you're going to be doing as well. So there's a few factors that go into it, but yeah, for us, TradeStation is the way to go. All right, so we just came up and tested this high, close to it, 28.52. See the 5-minute. Yeah, no problem, of course. You were leaning towards TradeStation? Yeah, I mean, it's a great platform, especially if you're focused on charting. Um, it's got everything you need. It's got more than what you need, to be honest. There's so many bells and whistles with this dang thing. Um, as you can see, we use the very basics of it, but that's fine. You don't want to make it too complicated. It's already tough enough to, you know, do this consistently and make money consistently in the markets. Um, having a platform that you can go to that's easy to use and you're comfortable with and you can rely on is really important. Very little downtime with TradeStation. Their customer service is pretty good. The platform, like I said, it's very easy to use, user friendly, and it's got everything you need. So, yeah, if you have any, go, go ahead, Tori. What were you saying? Absolutely, that's right. It's totally user friendly. And Callie, if you have any questions or anything like that, and you need help getting it set up or whatnot, just let us know. Let me know. Shoot me an email. I'd be happy to help you out. So we are stuck in this little range here, boys and girls. Let's unlock this. Let's bring up our first five. All right. Okay. So we're going to be paying attention to the price action around this first 5 minutes and see what we want to do. Let's bring this up. VWAP 4750. So we are above VWAP at the moment. Market looks like it wants to pop up a little bit here. Yeah, no problem. Just being patient here, guys. Not trying to force anything. Take a look at volume distribution. Definitely got a taper at the top. That was pre-market. Hmm. Let's see, other markets still up. Russell barely up. Basically flat on the Russell. Gold's still up. Crude's still up. Haven't really moved for the last half hour. Longer than that. Since about 4 o'clock, 4:30, we've been in about a 4-point range on the S&P. So They need to be patient. Patient, patient, patient. Maybe we'll get something cooking here. We got 6:45 coming up. And again, we have a couple econ reports coming out at 7. Wouldn't expect it to move the markets, but who knows. Retesting the open and the low. Nothing to initiate for us right now. Still waiting. So with the first 5 minutes, let me explain that a little bit for you guys. So we look at the first 5 minutes on the day session only, the US regular trading hour session only, because most of the volume is clearly on US trading hours. And so we want to pay attention to that first 5 minutes worth of trading for the reason that you can see pretty clearly. Gaps. We're trying to find and identify gaps. If we identify a gap which is below us, we can wait for the market to set up. That's kind of what it's doing now. A shorting opportunity for us to basically ride down to a gap fill is what I'm trying to say. If the market's gapped up and started closing above the first 5 minutes worth of trading, then the market is telling us that it wants to continue to rally and push up. And so we use the first 5 minutes as almost like what's the word I'm looking for? Just levels, price levels to lean against to initiate trades. So if we have on the day session only, the first 5 minutes, if we have the market and price action telling us that it wants to sell off, we look at our 24-hour or continuous charts to find that confluence of that setup that we see on this day session only for a gap fill in this case, since we gapped up. Now we're going to see if we can close below this first 5 minutes. If we can't close below the first 5 minutes and stay below there, then there's a good chance that we're just going to chop around for a little bit. But it looks like we want to continue to push down here. So getting some movement. But that's the whole idea behind the first 5 minutes. You can use it the first 15 minutes as well. So if you guys are new to trading or just want a hack or a tip, if you will, bigger time frames work better. And so the smaller time frames you go down to, the more choppy price action can get and less reliable of signals. And so sticking to higher time frames like a 15-minute versus a 5-minute is not a bad idea, especially for newer traders. So, we'll do both. We'll look at both. We'll look at the first 5 and we'll look at the first 15. There's no reason not to. Just trying to gather as much information as possible to help us make a decision of whether to buy or sell or stay out. There's only 3 things that you can do while you're trading. You can wait, do nothing, sit on your hands, you can buy, or you can sell. We've got about a minute left. We're trying to rally it back up above this 49 quarter. That would be the first 5-minute low. Let's see what they want to do here. Got some indecision here in this first 15. You guys can see that we rallied up above 52 or 252 and then sold off. Now we hit what, 47.50. You can see we're having some indecision here on this first 15 minutes worth of trading. First 15 is about to close here. They're trying to keep it above 49 quarter. Wouldn't be surprised if it closed right on the dot. Ah, slightly closed below, huh? Okay. Probably want to rally it up a little bit. We got no close above the first 5 minutes, but we did get a close below the first 5 minutes, right? We wicked up above, couldn't hold it, sold off. Now we had a red candle come in, and we did close below it. Everybody's seeing that, right? Everybody's paying attention to that. They may be trying to trap some people in here. You got 2850. You got to keep that in mind as well. Big round number. How's our volume today? 256,000. Not great, but not too shabby. Based on the 60 and the 15, we still got some selling pressure above with this overnight trading. So that may be the play here. Just trying to get us back up to 51. Let me just go down to a 2-minute real quick. Yikes. That's not helpful. This was what? The open. Right in there. Okay. Excuse me. This was the high for the session so far, right in here. What we can do is 51. That's what I was waiting for with 51. You're not going to get back up there. Come on. Come on. It touched the bottom of this wick and then dipped out. I wanted us to get back up in here. But this is still a little level that we have that we can lean against to short at. Let's put a little alert. So 51 up to 52 quarter would be the area. It's only a 1.5, 2 points worth of risk. Your target would be back basically down towards the origin of the move up. About 46. Granted, this is all overnight trading, so it's probably going to get cut through fairly easily if we can get some good selling pressure to come in. But let's just pay attention and let's see. Let's go ahead and put on the trade. Do a oneer, just since we're doing this via live stream. Throw that guy on at 51, stop above the high, 53.50. Like I said, first target would be right around 46, 47. Second target would be back towards the lows at 84, 28.44. Put our first target at 47. And then gap fill. Let's pay attention to that. Where's gap fill? At 41.50. Okay. 41.50 would be target 2. Let's see if we can get filled, eh? Oh, we have our order at 51. What is that noise? You good? You good, T? Okay. Trying to put on 100 lot or something? And then our stop would be above, parallel, stop above, colors, red, and then we have parallel. What did I say? First target was 47. There. That's target 1, new parallel. Target 2 would be above gap fill. Okay. So that's the trade setup that we have right now. T1. T2. Entry. Stop. Right? That's what we got going on right now. Mm. Alright guys, now that we have our trade set up ready to go, we're waiting for it. There's not much else for us to do. Is there any questions? Thoughts? Okay. Having trouble. Guys, give me a second. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. We're having trouble with one of our platforms on the other end. Don't know why. Let's see. What do we got? We got about 7 minutes before that econ news comes out. What was the news that we had? Let's see. Tuesday. Factory orders, durable goods. 7 o'clock. In about 6 minutes, we got that. Market, don't leave without us. sitting right above VWAP, 48 quarters VWAP. That's 3 consecutive closes below the first 5 minutes. Come on, market. Come back and grab us. $41.50 gap fill. Where's our gap fill? Down here. $41.50. So this would be gap fill down here. Okay. So we're just waiting and being patient here on the bracket order, and it's still not working, huh? What the hell's going on with Thinkorswim? Man. Platform issues while we're trading. Great. Glad it's with Thinkorswim and not with TradeStation while I'm using TradeStation at the moment. The heck? Rejected. Cannot. What? Did you try closing it and reopening? Okay. Yeah, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to have to call the trade desk. I don't know why this is happening. Well, Mr. Market. Mrs. Market, whatever. Leaving without us. Yeah. I know some of you took this short and got in. Did not come back up and grab us. We had our order at 51. With only 3 points worth of risk, really. I mean, you could have entered at the low of the first 5 minutes at 49 quarter. I wanted to just get back up towards this congestion up top, closer to the Globex high. May have a too cute of an order, but it's okay. Yeah, well, T1, there it goes. Let's see. While we're waiting, let's kind of let me explain the targets for everybody here, why we chose these targets. So basically, looking at 47 as an area possibly for a bounce or to get out, and that's why we have our target at 47. You have some price action on the 15 and on the hourly. Basically, that indicates some buying pressure that came in and took the market up. You can see the market rallied up from here, paused, pushed up a little higher, had a slight pullback, and then made its further move up to create the high. And so price coming back in here for the first time, there is a chance that it could bounce out of this area and reverse and head back up towards the highs. And so that's where T1 comes into play. On this .D chart, it looks like it's just in the middle of nowhere, but you need to use that in conjunction with these other charts. And then you can see on the 60 and the 15 that this little basing after a rally up was an ideal spot to pull one off with an entry anywhere between, let's call it 50 up to 52. Having a target at 47 is not a bad little little trade for a for first thing in the morning. Um, 7 o'clock now. News should be coming out here. Let's wait and see if we can get that. So that was T1. That's why we chose T1 right there. T2 is easier to determine than T1, just based on the fact of the price levels that we have down here, the information that we were looking at earlier before the market opened during our trading plan for the day. Previous day high is 28.42. The open for this session is 41.50, and the previous close was 40.50. So this is just a natural area for a target, especially on a short side when your profit potential is going to be much smaller. So from about 50 down to 48, so about 8 points. You're risking a point and a half, 2 points. So it's about a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Also, you have a nice strong move out of this area from some consolidation above yesterday's high, and you see the market basically shoot up, rally up, create this strong move. And so that's what, when we look for turning points and we look for areas that we can see price reversing from, we want to look first for these strong moves from areas as an indication of where buyers or sellers may be. And so you combine that with these price points in here, and then you naturally have your target too. So that was our targets. Those are our targets explained. Our entry is just on the top inside, almost the 50% mark of the first 5 minutes with a stop above the high. For those of you joining us a little bit late. T, were you able to get any news on? Okay, all right, that's fine. You would think. Crazy. Yeah, no, absolutely. You can see how out of this 47 area, 46 quarter was low actually. Um, you see that we are holding on now. Again, that was why we wanted to have our first target around that 47 level. When price moves, it tends to overshoot sometimes, and that's what you got here. We overshot VWAP a little bit, um, plus our level right in here. You had that slight retest after rally up. That's what was the indication or the cue for us to use this level as our first target. And you can see it's kind of holding on a little bit right now. Basically retesting the first 5 minute bottom right in here. It's 49 quarter. I'm not going to initiate anything. I'm going to keep my order where it was um, and just go from there. If we miss the trade, we miss the trade. Next opportunity that we'd want to be looking for is getting long back down in here somewhere. If it's good enough for a target on a T2 or a T3, typically that means it should be good enough to reverse the position and get long. In this case, since it was a short. T1s typically aren't like that for us. T2s and T3s can be potential reversals for us to close out the position and then hop on the other side. What the market's been doing as of late is you see some weakness potentially in the morning, and then it bases out, and then towards mid-morning going into the afternoon we rally up. So, you know, we're kind of starting the day the same way. Checking the other markets. Basically, we're just sitting where we were at. Nasdaq up 27, Russell's flat, Dow's up, bonds down again, still, gold up, crude up, dollar down slightly. We're not going to have big moves today, I don't think, in anything. Um, although it looks like the Fed isn't going to raise rates anytime soon, at least not until second half of this year, in the very least. Um, you know, you never know, and so I think traders are waiting for tomorrow as well. What was that info that came out? Those reports. Factory orders got a red print. Durable goods got a red print. All right. See, it's not moving the market. We're trading on the low side below the first 5 minutes worth of trading. You can see we're running into some resistance here. It's having some trouble getting back above that area. But again, as soon as I say that, it's probably going to move. T1, T2. T1 was hit. If anybody was able to get in that. My order was a little bit higher, up at 51. It's still on. Check our 240 minute. Let's take a look and see what that looks like right here. That would be, that's a nice reverse hammer that we got going on here. You may see prices rally back up. Hopefully it rallies back up, grabs us, and sells off. There's our T2 down in here. A little congested with all the lines in there. Sorry about that. Get rid of that. But yeah, that's basically what we're looking at as our T2 in here. Bigger picture, everything has basically been a retest. Bigger picture, yesterday's low in that area, right around 28, 27, would be a T3 if there was one for us. Yeah, right in here, this area has not been tested. Had the wick come down and almost grab it. Didn't do it. Keep an eye on this. Come on, prices. Get back up there. Where's our order? Up there, 51, right here. No, I didn't. I haven't even looked at any equities. I haven't pulled up Thinkorswim yet. They just had earnings, right? What's Damn, it's up $2. Nice. What is that, like a 20% rally? Nice. We'll take it. We shall take it. We should do we could do a excuse me. We should do a stream for options trading. I'm sure there's people interested in that. Hmm. Absolutely. When you're trading futures, there's no reason not to look at options as well. I know they can be a little complex, but we can spell it out pretty easy for people. So, um, that's right. Derivatives are derivatives. Trading is trading. I mean, we use technical analysis and charting as our basis for making decisions, whether it's futures or options. So, you know, it's adding just another layer to what we're already doing here this morning in terms of choosing strikes and looking at delta and the Greeks and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you're totally right. It's something that we could definitely expand on. We'll have to do that soon. Are we gonna get filled here? We gonna get filled here? Factory orders in January point to slower economy. Okay. Dow clears 26,000. Barely. What's on tap for the rest of the week here? What do we got? We got the Fed meetings tomorrow, crude oil inventories tomorrow, Thursday, jobless claims, Friday. So last week was it was quadruple witching, options expiration, futures expiration, single stock futures expiration was last week. So we rolled over into the June contract, the M for the equity markets. Would have liked to have seen more volatility for that. Usually there is, but for whatever reason there hasn't been. You can see that clearly. The VIX, cash VIX, we're at 1286. Yikes. Yikes. I can't even remember the last time we saw a cash VIX at 13, 12. Did we hit 12 or 13 at all last year? On the rally back after the lows in February and April? Yeah, may have done it. Come on, baby, get up there. Got a chunk of orders up above 50. And back to Friday. What was I gonna say? We have PMI, wholesale trade, wholesale inventories, and existing home sales. So news really is just focused on Wednesday with the FOMC and the rate decision, which I bet they're. I mean, I don't think they're going to raise rates. They can't. There's no need. They got the market back up to where it was 100 points within the all-time high. So I think the Fed did its job by stopping its interest rate rises. All right, 7:15. We got about 15 minutes left here. Let's get something going, market. All right. Go. Is it me or just whenever we live stream it tends to be a little slower for us? Yeah, it looks like we will get filled. There we go. Came up and grabbed us. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I see the alert. Thank you kindly. So T1's still the same. T2 is going to be the same as well. It would have been nice to grab this on the way down rather than having the retest, but we'll see what happens. Get a good stretch in. Sit up straight. I need one of those standing desks. That's what it's all about. Okay. So we're in the trade, boys and girls, and now we need to wait and see what happens. Something will happen, right? That's the only thing that we can know for sure. Is the market is going to do something. So we shall see what it's going to do. There's always a cost to find out if the market, what the market will do. Always a cost. That's the cost of doing business. That's what you can think of as your risk amount. Just simply the cost of doing business. That's right. Each trade you take, assuming you have an edge in that trade, will get you closer to a winner. Each loss, that is. Each little stop out, cost of doing business, will get you closer to your winner. You just got to remember these things while you're in the trade. Stay focused on what matters most. What matters most is following your rules, following your process. Each individual trade that happens is just part of a series of trades. It does not matter. Oh, well, popped up. Above today's high on today's session, which was at 52. Looks like it wants to keep climbing up a little bit here. Again, we have the Globex high at 53. See if it wants to come up and stop everybody out here and then reverse. You just got to close above the first 5 minutes. Gonna sucker some people in here or what? Up 11 on the session now. Got about 10 minutes to 7:30. 7:30 we're gonna have to call it, guys. Luckily we were able to get a trade off. Let's see. What do you mean? Oh yeah, absolutely. No, no, I'm just referring to the stream. We have to yeah. Yeah. But we are in our trading room with our members 3 days a week doing this a very thing, but longer than an hour. That's for sure. Previous day. Just letting it work, letting it work. Letting it work. Being patient. Oh. Take a quick flip. What's up? Oh. So what's going on? Trout did? Whoa! Mikey. Wow. 430 million. Good lord. Didn't see that coming. Thought he was. I don't know. God. Well, I mean, you got. Te- well, it's guaranteed, but he's got obviously taxes and stuff like that to pay, especially in California. Jeez Louise. So much for what's his name? Harper trying to recruit him. Yeah, that would have been stupid for the Angels to trade him or let him go. Was he on the last year of his contract or something? Or oh, okay, got it, got it. His agent just got paid. Nice little payday. Wonder how that's structured. Was that like 10% of the deal or something like that that he gets? Right. No, for sure. Yeah, I'm just wondering how they dole out the monies of the entire contract value. That's $43 million for the agent. Now, does the the player pays that to the agent, right? That comes out of his pocket, not the club's. Right, right, right. All right, boys and girls, we got about 5 minutes left here. We are in the trade. I'm not sure if anybody else was able to hop on board, but we are short from 28.51. Our first target is back down at 47, about 2 points away from here. Let's see if we can get on down there. T2 is back at the gap fill, 41.50, pulling that off probably around 28.42, a couple points higher than the actual gap fill itself. You never know. But that's what our trade is that we have going on right now. So let's get it. Let's get it. At VWAP right now, 48.50. May have some algos coming in and buying. Let's get them to flip that and push this thing down. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get on down to our target. It helps when you sing and talk to the market, guys. They like that quite a bit. Just FYI. It's not me. I mean, I'm just telling. I'm just the messenger. Just letting you know what it likes. Likes to be sweet talked. Huh? All right, guys. We got 3 minutes left here on this trading session. Thank you for joining us. We're on YouTube, live on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Simply Derivative. Our YouTube channel is a bunch of random characters. So, uh,
We're getting there. The channel's getting
yeah, be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. That would help us out tremendously. Follow us on Twitch as well. Give us some love. Show us some love. Um, yeah, really appreciate it, guys, that you're here. Callie, thanks again for the question. Thanks for showing up this morning, trading alongside of us. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Some good information. Looks like we got a winning trade on right now, which is nice to see on a live stream day. And we got 2 minutes before we get out of here. But again, thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's been a decent morning here to start the day, kind of thing. And yeah, we'll see. We got 2 minutes here. Did it just fucking hit my level? Excuse my language. And you didn't fill me, eh? And you didn't fill me. It's coming on down and get me. Oh, I was just about to close it and it did it before it. All right, guys. So that was a nice little winning trade that we had. We got short up here. Oh, we only did a one lot, and that's why I was like, oh, well, we don't have another one on. But T2 is back down here at the gap filled 80, 28, 41, 50 again. So if you're still in this, you can hang on to T2, but we are at T1 right now, basically testing the lows of the day that was put in prior to 7 o'clock this morning. And so that's where we're at right now. We just got executed to get out of that. Bigger picture, we're looking good here. You have that big reverse hammer candle on the 240-minute. Bigger time frames work better. They are more reliable, and you can see that we came up and tested close to the overnight high and have reversed. Got down to our T1. We're below VWAP at the moment. Let's see if the market wants to continue to push down. Uh, Basically, what we're doing, we're just kind of range bound. Nothing special at the moment. Nothing spectacular. We are range bound at the moment. Um, it's not even a big range either. 53 at the high. We're down to 46, 47. You got a 6, 7 point rally or range. Nothing spectacular, but you can still, as you can see, make money in this type of environment. What ended up happening for us, we wanted to get on board on the initial move down. Our price did not get hit. We had somewhat of a conservative entry up here at 51, really towards the high of the of regular trading hours for the day, and we did not get filled on that initial move. It came down, it hit our T1 anyways, bounced. You can see it put in this bullish candle and then proceeded to rally back up towards the top end of this first 5 minutes worth of trading. It actually took the day high out that was put in at 52 quarter, got up to, where did it get up to? 52.75. Our stop was a little higher. Oopsies. Our stop was at 53 quarter. So our stop was really up here. We weren't getting close to it. And then you can see it reverse, and you had this basically engulfing, bearish engulfing candle on the 5 minute after we had put in that high for the day, and that confirmed the move down. You got another expanded range candle down into our T1, and that's where we took it off. So it was about a 4-point winner on the ES, which for us is, you know, it's what we're not shooting for home runs here, people. We're looking for small, consistent wins. 4 points on the S&P when you're risking, a point and a half, 2 points is 2 to 1. Those type of day trades are what we're looking for, in the very least, each day that we're doing this. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed and hope you found this helpful. If you guys want to continue to trade with us, check us out at simplyderivative.com. Again, be sure to give us a subscribe and a like on YouTube. Follow us on twitch.tv/simplyderivative. We will be doing another live stream later this week. We also have a course that we're working on, how to day trade, exactly what we're doing here in the morning, what we just did today. We're creating a digital course that you guys can access at your own time. We're almost done with it. The pre-launch is right now. There's a link on the website if you guys want to get access to that. We should be launching that here by April 1st. I think that was the launch date. Is that right, Tori? Okay. And so basically what we did today, we boiled that down into a 5-part digital online course that you guys can access at any time, teaching you how to do this. And then we have our trading room that you can join as well, 3 days a week with us, doing the same thing, and just taking trades in the market intraday. We specifically focus on the ES. We'll look at other markets, but the E-minis is our go-to. And so, yeah. Like I said, I hope you guys found this helpful. Thanks again for stopping by this morning. We had a good trade that we put on, followed our rules, followed our plan, executed flawlessly, followed our process, and that's all that matters. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to keep track, and that's how you really want to focus your mindset and your thought process while you're trading, before you're trading, and while you're in a trade. Is just worry about the process, worry about what you can control. We can't control the markets. We don't know where it's going to go. We don't know what's going to happen. Look, this thing is rallying back already. You have your target. Leave it alone. Let it hit it. Take your profits. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your life. It's what we're shooting for here. Thanks again, guys. Again, I am Jeff with Simply Derivative. That is Tori with Simply Derivative. He's on the other side. And we will see you guys next time. Take care. Have a good one.